find a way to make a breakthrough. Oh, the two of them together is going to be great. Oh dear. What a way to start.
It appears that the doctor's energy signature has changed to something similar to Kuvaki, but not like the Kuvaki we're used to.
Because it's manufactured.
Nodcry's Kuvaki devices will only have a limited effect on it. I can see why you've chosen to place your hopes in alchemy instead.
Oh, I see.
Also, I must say these books are rather profound.
My subordinates just shipped them in from Fontaine. Some of them are from the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. Some are incident reports from Petrichor, and then there's a few test reports for these junk machines. Additionally, after some further scanning, I've discovered something extremely annoying.
What's that?
Teyvat's skies contain multiple moons. A long time ago, when I did my first scan, I detected 3. Just as the legends say. But when I checked again just now, I detected 4 moons.
Because Dottore has his false one.
So there's one extra?
Yeah. Originally, I thought that if I could still find 3 moons, that would at least mean Columbina's still alive. But then it occurred to me that apart from the frost moon, Teyvat's moons are just husks. And husks surely shouldn't show up in the scan, since they're not alive.
That's what I thought. Back when Sandrone said last time, was it to Columbina or was it to Alakino? She said that she had sensed extra moons. I was like, that's strange because they don't exist anymore. It's strange that you're sensing them. But maybe it's just because the moon marrows have their abilities amplified by the manufactured third marrow, maybe.
It's weird, isn't it? If we can't even distinguish between a dead and a living moon, how are we supposed to know whether a moon goddess is still alive?
Oh, that's your interpretation of it. Oh, well, that's problematic.
Or does this mean that the moon marrows are equivalent to the moons themselves?
See, we think alike, ma'am. We think alike. I think that's the latter.
It's certainly possible. In which case, the 4th moon you detected may be Dottore's artificial creation.
Glad we're all on the same wavelength.
So he wasn't bluffing. He really built his own moon marrow.
You thought he couldn't?
Ugh, I'm so mad right now.
This is Dottore we're talking about. The man's a goddamn genius. As much as that's a horrifying concept, he really is.
It's easy to get overwhelmed when you have too much on your plate. Maybe you need to relax. Perhaps try going for a walk. Or simply take a few deep breaths.
Telling Sandrone to relax is only going to shoot her anger further through the roof.
Nothing can calm me down at a time like this. I need more time, and I need progress.
Neither of which you possess at this moment in time. Yo, who's communicating?
It's Mr. Flynn's.
How the hell do you tell?
I really hate that ringing tone. Ugh. First the 4 orthants of the Narcissenkreuz, then moon marrows. Now what?
Well, you went from 4 orthants, whatever the fuck they are, to 3 moon marrows. You still got 2 and 1 to go, ma'am.
Oh, sorry if we're disturbing you. Might I ask what's troubling you?
What do you want? We're busy.
Oh.
Are you still at the Curatorium of Secrets?
Yeah. Look, everyone else is still out, so there's no hurry. Plus, I'm busy, so I would appreciate if you gave me some space.
Even though we have crucial intel to share?
Fine, I'm listening.
Do you intend to share it via the Dodo communication device?
Ordinarily I would, but this is a unique situation. I think it's best that we discuss it in person. See you at the Curatorium.
Oh, so we just hand wave their part
All right
until they've
then.
joined them? Oh, okay.
So, what's the situation?
I thought we would have got more albedo and Marinette, like, contemplating things.
Guess not.
The rest of the team is still out working on their missions and evacuations, but we've decided to fill you in on the most crucial information first.
Sandrone, you were right. Columbina is most likely still alive.
That's the best news we've received in a while. By a long way.
random locations. Appearing in reverse order? Are you serious? So not dying isn't enough for the moon goddess, huh? She has to show off too. Anyway, does this mean we can deduce her condition from the moon marrows?
Miss Androne, there's nothing wrong with simply admitting that you're happy to hear the good news.
That was not the time to drink water.
I'm not. And she's the least of our problems. We're facing a huge crisis. If she can't control the flow of time in there, she's just gonna keep moving backwards. Different points in time won't intersect, and she'll never find a way out.
Well, she could, if she goes back in time far enough. Because Rere had to have opened the portals, right? Back when he first went in, or more recently when he came back out. So she could intersect with that period of time, or she could just be in there for a really, really long time and get back to when either Rere or Thalindus first entered the space. And then she can use the portals to go out there, presupposing she doesn't get stuck in their time by doing so.
Let's say life begins with a drop of water. When did time begin? The moment this planet came into being? No, that's not right. Her final destination would be the moment at which the space she is in was created.
But wait, isn't that a good thing? Doesn't that mean she would reunite with her moon?
But it doesn't seem like we can influence that space from the outside
Wait,
world.
isn't that that's good news,
So
isn't it?
how can we help her?
Because if she goes back in time enough, she would get the power of her moon. And she could just bamf herself out at that point. No? That seems like a good thing to me.
Also, if she's alive, Rarier and Thalindus might be too.
Don't know about Thalindus.
But as far as we know, neither of them have come back out. That space may not have an exit at all.
Because remind me, Thalindus didn't have Cambrian eyes, did she? I'm trying to remember. Somebody in that sequence didn't have Cambrian eyes, and I assume it was Thalindus. And I don't really know who the Cambrian curse of cursed immortality applies to know that even if she were alive at the time, whether it would have applied to her to give her immortality. But in saying that, though, maybe she doesn't age while inside the space. So she could still be alive. But would she also then be going in reverse? And if that were the case, her lifespan's significantly shorter, so she'd already be dead.
I'm afraid I must concur with Miss Nefer in this.
Can't exactly argue with that. Let's leave it there for now. I've taken notes on everything you said.
Ooh! We could have Rarier versus Dottore. Powerhouse versus powerhouse. They both want shit, and they can't coexist, so they fight one another. Winner takes all. I like this idea. Let's get Rarier out. Come on, Columbina, you gotta go find Rarier and bring him out with you. We need him. Never thought I'd say that. Never thought I'd say that, but we need him.
I doubt it's gonna help with breaking Dottori's energy fields. But who knows when it might come in handy. Better to have it all written down than try to remember everything when I need it.
But don't you have perfect recall?
All right, I need to get back to my research. Mr. Albedo has made a lot of suggestions that will require my undivided attention.
So shut up and don't interrupt her is what she's trying to say.
Sure, I'll stay here. I have things to work on.
Flynn's, where are you going? Nowhere.
Paimon, are you there?
Must we?
Oh, right. She went with Varka to Natlan, didn't she?
She sure did.
Good thing we've moved her and the Traveler's luggage in here.
Are you about to go through my luggage? Ooh, the book! No, that's too late. She's going backwards in time, so the book wouldn't have been touched.
Speaking of the Traveler,
Book?
where could they be?
Oh no, it was a scroll we gave Columbina. No.
There's a note from Paimon.
Paimon here. Not in at the moment, but if anyone needs to borrow her stuff or the Travelers, go ahead and help yourself. Paimon won't be mad.
What would I even have on me?
Also, Traveler, if you get back before Paimon, make sure to get some rest. Paimon misses you a lot, but put your health first, all right?
How sweet. Well, since you offered, Paimon, don't mind if I do.
What an absolute busybody.
This is
Poking
the
your nose in
traveler
other people's
Paimon's
business.
luggage. All the items they use day to day are here. It's well organized. I wonder which of them is responsible for that.
Jeez, I give you one guess.
What do we have here?
Among the daily necessities, there's a photo.
The camera captured a special moment that can only occur between people who are close to one another. You can really sense how the photographer feels about their subject. I wonder why this picture was placed outside. Is it because Paimon recently looked at it?
There's also a thick adventurer handbook in there. A record of Lunara's achievements and memories into that. Okay, so she keeps a diary.
This must belong to the traveler. Perfect. I'll use this.
Oh, are you using a focus to find out where she is? I see, I see.
Hang in there. We'll find you.
I get you. That's why you're being so nosy. What? I'm Polonia?
Search keyword world formula and bring me all relevant books.
I never thought I'd see the day I play Polonia. Oh, this is fantastic. I tuned out. What are we looking for? Oh my god. I bet you half of this is not even going to be relevant. Jesus Christ. Ancient log, Carter Sherbius. We were assigned to the same lab. I was nervous at first, since everyone said that he was a child prodigy. Since the disaster, such people are more precious than ever. Ooh, this is about Zandik, right? Or whatever his freaking name was. Oh, it's not. It's about Elaine. Ooh, of course that makes more sense. She was getting Fontanian shit. I thought that an institute, yeah, if I just read the next sentence, recommended by higher-ups might be more full of himself. Who wrote this? Carter. Oh, Carter! Okay, yeah. I'm with you. I've connected the dots. But he's much better than I expected. He's just not the most sociable sort. No obvious symptoms. I made a huge mistake and knocked over an ancient geometry machine that took a lot of effort to bring back from the desert ruins. The machine came to life and made a huge mess of things. Though he's a lot younger than me, he's really smart. I can't believe that's how he managed to tame the machine. Maybe taming isn't the right word? Maybe the other engineers will look down on me for using it, but it really did feel like taming. I know modern clockwork machines well enough, so I can see the huge technological gulf between the two. Even disregarding construction, we'll make little meaningful progress if we do not resolve the power issue. But I still have to be careful. I've never seen Elaine so angry, and I don't want to find out what he looks like when he gets angry. Oh, sorry, I see. A few minor symptoms. Oh, you're talking about yourself. When you were talking about symptoms, I thought like symptoms of being sociable. What? You're talking about yourself. Yep. Took the day off. I can hardly believe it. Elaine came to visit me and even brought his sister. She's a lovely little lady and unafraid of strangers. A fine day indeed. We discussed the idea of a thinking machine based on gems and tape circuits. I used the word discussed, but actually I just said things like, oh, or that's really amazing, or how will you do that, whenever he paused, and didn't make any real contributions. He was really into it though, and behaved very differently than he usually does in the lab. His little sister is probably way smarter than I, a research assistant. It seems there are interesting upsides to having my disease flare up, but I prefer to return to the Institute and help as soon as I can. The additional machines got here. The previous ones are no longer usable since they were completely dismantled, but it did clear up a lot of things, at least according to the hymn. Something about it being driven by the elements in the ley lines, an interaction we cannot recreate with our current level of industrial precision and material science. I helped to compile the report, but there's so much I couldn't understand. Are we insinuating that Elaine came up with some sort of technology that was just not possible in his time, and Sandrone is going to be able to use this knowledge, or someone will, to be able to manifest his original idea since things have progressed since his time? Is that where we're going with this next Fontanian arc? Apparently, lots of people are secretly unhappy that Elaine is getting more research resources than they are. But if you ask me, everyone's smarter than me, and they should all get along. We'll make the world a better place that way. His sister said that some of their friends will be joining the Institute. I'm looking forward to meeting them. No obvious symptoms. Join the lab as new partners, but now their conversations are doubly confusing. I understand every word on its own just fine, but once I string them all together, I can't make heads or tails of it. Jacob? Are we pronouncing it Jacob, or is it like Jacob? It's just gonna be Jacob. Is really the only one even close to being on the same level as me. I feel ashamed just writing that. An adult looking for reassurance from a child as young as he is. I feel like I've lost all the self-respect a grown-up should have. Based on their research on prime energy machinery, seems like they decided to adopt this name, Elaine and Renee are thinking about trying to use the characteristics of Usa and Numa to construct a new kinetic core. A few minor symptoms. My god, we're only fucking halfway and my throat is shot already. That's what happens when you play Final Fantasy 2 days in a row. I may have contributed. Well, maybe. I went on a picnic with Elaine's sister, Renee, and Jacob. It was technically supposed to be field research, but the idea came from Elaine's sister and me. We thought they lived all too little outside of their research, so we asked the Institute's director to arrange something. Petrichor's not exactly the most exciting place, but the scenery is quite lovely, since you can see the great waterfall. I brought a camera from the Institute to take photos for them. I do hope we'll have more outings like this one, especially since that means more opportunities to take photos of his sister. After all, Elaine is always working. Given how he will not be with his sister as she grows up, these photos will come in handy later when he begins to regret not spending more time with her. Then he'll be able to see how she was at different times, and it won't sting quite so much. Yeah, I don't think he's got quite the social antics you think he does. If only my family had enough money for a camera, and if only things hadn't gone so wrong. I'm sure my mother would have loved to have taken lots of photos of me. Renee and Jacob like Elaine's sister a lot too. When the four of them hang out, she sometimes acts like an older sister to them, despite being the youngest. A fascinating dynamic. Seems to be interested in the ruins and stone statues here. Renee also, I know that these are redacted or missing texts, but I'm just skipping over that. Renee also mentioned something about a troop and seals. Even though we went out there to have a bit of fun for once, they were still thinking about research. No obvious symptoms. Took the day off. Elaine's sister came to see me along with Jacob. Elaine and Renee couldn't make it because their experiment is at a critical stage. They didn't have to tell me any of that, of course. That I was able to help at all despite my limited abilities is already fulfilling. I heard that Elaine and the Institute's director came to see me, separately, while I was unconscious. I feel bad that they came all the way for nothing. I wasn't even awake. Still taking time off. I hope to get back and help them again soon. I find out that they were graduates from the Narcissan Cruise Institute, and that made me really happy. I talked about the director and the vice director, as well as their adventures, and it made me feel like a kid again. The only detail that didn't make sense was the cake the vice director made, because it felt like punishment when we had it. After the disaster, I lost contact with pretty much all my friends. I'm so happy that they were able to find each other again. I wonder how my friends are doing. They're probably trying to rebuild the Narcissan Cruise Institute. I've got to go check it out next time. Talked about the thinking machine again. I had an idea about making a thinking camera so that it would take photos of those precious to him while he's busy. He thought it was kind of pointless, but that it had security and surveillance applications. Fair. They did it. The light bulb came on. I was lucky to have recovered in time to witness this historical moment. It's quite a pity, but I hope Renee and Jacob will make the breakthroughs of their own in their own research topics. I also hope they get better assistance than me. No obvious symptoms. Took the day off. Why is it that he takes the day off after he has no obvious symptoms? See? His days off are he always gets hit hard after he has no symptoms. I mean, obviously not there, but all the times he's taken time off. Oh, no, that's not true. Damn it, I thought I found a continuity there in his disease, but nope. There were several visits while I was unconscious. It's a shame. All I could do is read the letters they left behind. Jacob left me a note inviting me to his and Renee's lab. There's something they wanted to talk to me about. You don't want to know what they're talking about. I hope I can get out of bed soon. Anne brought flowers for me, but they had already wilted by the time I woke up. Took the day off. I was able to get out of bed today. This is where I first met Elaine. For a time afterwards, I documented the experimental procedures and phenomena based on his oral descriptions while standing here for the first time. He was trying to start up the machinery below in an ill-fitting lab coat. Renee and Jacob later entered through the door, and Elaine would temporarily forget to act the young genius, rushing towards him like an energetic kid. Here I bore witness to the first successful controlled annihilation reaction. The brilliant light cast a deep, dark shadow, and I believe history was made in that moment. Will someone like me, so excited I knocked over the ink bottle, play a role in an event that will go down in history? Behind the locked door on the other side is Renee and Jacob's lab. It seems access was limited due to the dangerous nature of their research. They are destined to become towering figures in history. I guess Elaine moved to another lab. Based on his plan, once the energy problem was solved, he would study kinematics. I'll go greet him later. I wonder how Anne is doing now. What manner of beauty will she grow up to be? I'll stop writing here. I don't have much time left. I hope everything goes well. Keyword, not located. Oh my god, please be shorter. Thank you. Autumn Nequi sermon dictation concerning the apocalypse. In light of the formal and rigorous proof outlined above, I believe that the correct term for this situation is fortuna. It is an ancient Remurian technology, a wisdom unparalleled. I never imagined that Remurian ideas would be so similar to the computation graph that I have named the world formula. This is strong evidence. Human civilization is bound to lose its potential amid ongoing exploration and evolution. Really? If you say so. Humanity's decline is, in truth, unfolding at this very moment. To put it bluntly, ladies and gentlemen, the apocalypse draws near. Based on what? It's a strange statement to make. This is not the hallucinatory babbling of some wandering monk from Sumeria. They don't have monks in Sumeria, dipshit. Rather, it is logical deduction grounded in reason and natural philosophy. Please, take a look at this diagram. Beneath the most hidden of all hidden, the number of cycles, that is, the number of higher particles, can now only be 4. No new world cycle can be generated through reconciliation. In other words, the end of its current samsara is the end of infinite light. The sparks of civilization are all but extinguished unless we begin to consider introducing variables beyond the existing system. After all, the world is itself the external manifestation of a dream, and therefore, okay, you're really going into strange territory, but I would call the descent as a variable, wouldn't you? Keyword, world formula, located. But the other books, Polonia! Get back in there, soldier! What do you think you're doing? Regret. Ancient log, Alain Guillotin. My assigned assistant doesn't seem very reliable. He has a disease, man. Unlikely that the power sources of those war machines can be used at the moment. Cause far too dangerous. I'll get them to seek out other such mysterious machines. No progress worth reporting today. Went out with Anne under my adoptive father's watchful eye to seek inspiration at sites where battles took place. Ran into Renee and Jacob. The assistant doesn't seem reliable. Caused some accidents. Just another obstacle to overcome. This kind of machine seems to take arbitrary external forms. Quite interesting. Research will focus on power source. Researched prime energy machines. Assistant took the day off. Asked Anne for help. Recommended Renee and Jacob to the director of the institute. Researched prime energy machines. Assistant took the day off. Asked Anne for help. Suggested she join the institute, but she wasn't interested. Researched prime energy machines. My assistant still isn't back. I'll go to pay a visit. Found Renee and Jacob's adoptive father with my own adoptive father's help. The supplementary prime energy machines have arrived. Should be able to make progress now. Assistant seems to be in good spirits. Probably just a minor illness. Research prime energy machines. Renee and Jacob joined the institute. They've been assigned to my project. Field research today. Interesting machine statue. Research prime energy machines. Research prime energy machines. My adoptive father visited, but I was too busy to host him. Anne scolded me. I'll remember to apologize next time I see him. Research prime energy machines. Assistant took the day off. On the threshold of a major breakthrough. Assistant took the day off. Too busy to visit. Anne scolded me. I'll go tomorrow. On the threshold of a major breakthrough. Forgot about the visit. I'm sorry. Will invite everyone to go with me. Took the day off. Assistant took the day off. Went to visit. An idea. A virtual neural network based on a vast quantity of thinking units instead of logic trees. Cameras. Research prime energy machines. Assistant took the day off. Research prime energy machines. Assistant took the day off. Research prime energy machines. Renee and Jacob went to begin conducting their own research today. Assistant took the day off. A breakthrough. Patent application process is too annoying. Forget it. Assistant's condition seems alright. Still a little worried. Interesting that he is worrying. Considering the gap in medical technology, advised assistant to go to Sumeria. Took the day off. Researching machine kinematics next. Must make a materials list. Visit. 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 They said a bigger lab has been prepared for the kinematics experiments, but I've decided not to move for now. Visit. 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 Been urged to move the lab several times, but if the lab is moved, my assistant might not be able to find it. A pain. Visit. 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 Move my lab. Ancient notes. Though it's a shame, we'll have to miss it. I was looking forward to Coppelius's new work. Ever since he was a child, he's always been incredibly talented. Out of consideration for everyone's safety, it has been decided that the Institute shall close. Driven by the energy and vigour of the youth, the young ones are clamouring to go out and do battle. I hope someday they will understand the importance of prioritising post-disaster reconstruction over marching off to die. I fear that it shan't be long before we depart. We've chosen a good piece of land near the Fontaine of Lucine. It says Fountain of Lucine as the post-relocation site. They even say they wanted to use the land to build an opera house. They'd sooner set faces aflame with shame and laughter. To think that anyone could be so comical. We're going to pay our respects at Basil's grave. I hope it all turns out like Emmanuel said. However, it's the Institute's responsibility to support gifted and talented youths. Met with the newly appointed Udex. He has a peculiar temperament. Seems much more reliable than Leon and those other clowns. If all goes well, it has the potential to completely revolutionize our understanding of clockwork mecha. The proposed methodology and plan are reliable, worth paying more attention. Who is this, by the way? Who's speaking? The results of early phases have been satisfactory. We will increase our investment. Carter's leave requests have been increasing in frequency. It doesn't sound like this is Elaine because he always said assistant. He never called him by name. So this has to be either Jacob or Renee. But I can't remember which of them. Which of them are researching clockwork mecha? I don't remember. Carter's leave requests have been increasing in frequency. Better have someone keep an eye on him. He may be having financial difficulties. Not like it's possible for it to be a family matter. After some consideration, I've decided to enroll them and temporarily assign them to the same lab. However, I'm concerned about the impact of their joining after Elaine on the mental state... But the impact of their joining after Elaine on the mental state of others. Must keep careful watch. Still unconscious during the visit, so couldn't speak. Oh, this is the director. Decided to take a blood sample and see if there's a cure or way to mitigate it. Jesus. Sure. Sorry, bro, you're unconscious, but I'm just going to take a sample of your blood, like, without your consent. Although the proposed research plan is expected to face the challenges in obtaining recognition, I believe it holds significant practical value, so it justifies approval. Toxins remain in the soil and water and have not yet been fully neutralized. The water is producing deformed oceanids. In a way, this could be a reflection of previous events. I only just learned that these are Carl's adopted children. It's a shame that Edison Cruz Institute no longer exists. This could be the biggest breakthrough in a century. It will change all of society, literally. The report mentioned abnormal movements. I'll have to find a chance to talk to Emmanuel about it. I don't remember who Emmanuel is. I don't know who that is. Bye. Wait, bro, hold up. Hold up. There was an arrow. Are you joking? I thought it was done. Irrelevant engineering blueprint, keyword not clicked. Oh, thank God for that. Okay, we're done. Let's go. Ma'am, I have it. Just as you asked. Please let me not have to read the things over there. My throat be shot.
Let's see. This one is on Tonki's sermon dictation concerning the apocalypse.
That is absolutely not how I pronounce that word.
I believe that the correct term for this is Fortuna. This was an ancient Romorian technology, a wisdom unparalleled.
Sandrone, I already read that aloud. Now you're just repeating yourself.
I never imagined that Romorian ideas would be so similar to the diagram I have named, the world formula. This is strong evidence that human civilization should gradually shed possibilities as it continues to explore and evolve. The end of humankind may well be upon us right now.
You know, that actually sounds similar to the Dottores' perspective, although slightly different angles and approaches on it. Whereas the Dottore sought to make his own fate, and Elaine is talking about the proposed end and fated end of humankind.
The sparks of civilization shall run out, unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system.
Again, I still think we're talking about Descenders.
Variables? Surely that can only mean one thing.
I mean, I think it only means one thing, but far be it from me to speak of that which I do not know.
Descenders?
Yay! You're thinking the same thing. It's kind of obvious, let's be real.
Dottore likely captured the Traveler because of her Descender status.
Yep.
But the Three Moons' authority comes from the world itself. Why would Dottore need anything beyond that?
Interesting the way you phrased that, yeah?
Where does this variable factor in? The world formula calculates the fate of an entire world. Introducing a variable would therefore give us...
Give us... Give us... ... Why are you keeping me in suspense? Oh no. Polonia, really? Must we?
Polonia, search keyword pathway and bring me all relevant books.
Pathway? Oh no, there's the other table.